All right, here we go. This is my audience. All right, today I'm reading a book called The Power of Cheerfulness, featuring the story of Bob Hope, one of my classics growing up, by Delamay Rasmussen and Phyllis Colonna. Hello, are you feeling cheerful today? I hope so. Did you know that cheerful people are healthier than gloomy people? Laughing and feeling happy are good for us. Usually, cheerful people are more successful than gloomy people. Would you rather buy something in a store where all the workers are happy or in a store where the workers are grouchy? Most of us like to buy from happy people. We like teachers who are cheerful, and we would rather work with someone who is in good mood. That's because happiness is contagious. When one person feels cheerful, other people catch it. Soon, cheerfulness spreads through a whole crowd. How do I know these things? I'm the cheerful chipmunk. My friends call me Chuck, short for Chuckle, you know. I want to tell you about a friend of mine named Bob Hope. For more than 50 years, Bob has spread cheerfulness in almost every part of the world. Now, just a minute, Chuck, I hear you saying. I know all about Bob Hope. He's one of the richest men in Hollywood, and one of the most famous, too. No wonder he's cheerful. Well, that's true, but he wasn't always rich and famous. However, he knew that cheerfulness isn't something that happens because of everything is going right. He knew that cheerfulness is a way of looking at things, no matter how they are going. Bob was born on May 9th, 1903 in London, England, one of the biggest and most famous cities in the world. His real name was Leslie Towns Hope. Bob is a nickname he earned when he came to America, but I'll tell you about that later. He had 4 older brothers when he was born, and later 2 other brothers were born into the family. You can imagine how things were with 7 boys growing up together. Bob's father had a good income when Bob was first born. He worked as a stonemason. Not many years ago, a stonemason was a very important man. He knew how to cut and shape stones, then fit them together to build houses, churches, and other buildings. But soon people began to build with brick, and stonemasons no longer had enough work to do. That's what happened to Bob's father. His income dropped from very good to very bad in only a few years. Mr. Hope could have acted sad and grouchy. Instead, he cheerfully started looking for ways to solve his problems. One day he received an exciting letter in the mail. This letter is from my brother in America, he told his wife Avis. He says his family really likes living there. These are hard times for us in England. I'm going to see if America is a good place for us to live too. So Mr. Hope set out across the ocean to look for new opportunities. I don't know what kind of work I'll find, but I'll bet I can find something, he said. He knew that an important part of being cheerful is expecting things to work out well. Sure enough, he found a job soon after he arrived. He saved his money, and in a few months his wife and sons joined him in the new country. They arrived on a cold, windy day in March 1908, but they were so happy to be together again, and no one grumbled or complained. In fact, Mr. and Mrs. Hope didn't believe in grumbling or complaining. It never makes things better, Mrs. Hope said, and quite often it makes things worse. So we're going to end that there. But if you'd like to hear more, just email me or text me. I'll be happy to finish the book for you. But again, it's important to be cheerful, and oftentimes when we're not cheerful, it does make things worse. Thank you for listening.